Criminally obsessed. That is a unit that Sinclair has, and we follow high-profile cases all across the country. Now we're following an oddball case out of Ohio involving a family with a lot of kids who were kept in squalor, awful conditions. But the hook to this is they moved from home to home and town to town. Anne Emerson is our criminally obsessed correspondent. She's joining me because we're going to follow this story closely. It's getting a lot of attention nationally. Hi, Anne. Welcome in.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Gene.
Give me the background, Anne. Where was this, and how many kids involved, and who is the family?
It is really what they're calling the worst child abuse case they've ever seen in the state of Ohio. It took place in a rural, very rural area called Hamden, Ohio. It's Vinton County. We're talking a population of like 800 people in this town. Okay. We're thinking that they had been there for several months, maybe even a year or so at this particular location. But like you said, they've been moving around. We're talking about 16 children found 18 years old to 18 months old were discovered in total squalor, living in a 12 by 12 room, they believe. Investigators came upon this because they came in to serve a search warrant on one of the defendants, Gary Siders Jr., who's believed to be the father of these children. It was him, his wife Elizabeth, and a set of grandparents that have all been arrested. Now, Gary Siders was being charged with public indecency. They did not even know these kids existed, if you can imagine. When the first responders showed up, they were in such bad condition, severely malnourished, some of them, is what the investigators said, that they had to get many of them to the hospital. And two of them ended up in a trauma center, and at least one of them was in critical condition. From what the investigators were telling us.
There's a lot to unpack here. All right, you said remote, but sometimes even in remote communities, right, it's a tight community. Right. Everybody knows each other. I mean, come on, these other families, even living down the road or in the holler, somebody had to know. Where are these kids in school? Where are the children? There's a lot of questions here.
It's outrageous. It's outrageous. And not only that, they I've been jumping up and down asking, how does 16 kids fall through the cracks? So what we are understanding is that, yes, they did manage to move from place to place. Okay. We just found out from our sister station, they're just reporting at WSYX that there were truancy complaints on some of these kids. Okay. But what I did an interview with a Dollar General clerk that literally lives up the road, and she told us that the parents were coming into that store after dark as it was closing, that twice, what she thinks in about a year to a 2-year period, she saw some of the children, but she didn't even think the kids lived with them because it was only a couple of times. Yeah. She saw Elizabeth Siders pregnant with that 18-month-old. She did not think that baby was even kept with them because they were in such bad condition, Gene, that literally she would have to spray the entire store down with Lysol when they left because of the odor. These people were in terrible condition. She personally gave them hygiene supplies out of her own pocket, hoping she was helping them. She had no idea there were 16 kids back there. Is
a criminal trial going to follow? Obviously, social services is involved, though. But listen, we may want to put social services on the stand. What's the latest?
It's unbelievable. Right now with the state of Ohio has put forth like $1 million to try and help these kids. That's not even going to touch it, Gene. That's not even going to touch the amount of work that has to be done. We're told that some of these children are not even verbal. They cannot even communicate and don't even have the skills to communicate with investigators right now. But absolutely 100%. The accountability right now is the 4 defendants. They're just trying to unpack this case. They've got attorneys for each one of them.
Listen, they must be mentally ill themselves based on, it sounds like deliverance, a real life deliverance.
Yeah.
All right, Anne Emerson, she's with our criminally obsessed unit. Anne, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.